Hey YouTube, welcome back to my show, The Leopard Cat, where we are fun, sexy, fearless, independent, and always opinionated. I am here to talk about Surviving R.Kelly, the Lifetime 6-part, 3-night docu-series. And I just want to say I watched the whole thing. I didn't take notes. I'm just giving my overall opinion on it. Shouldn't be too long. But I'm just gonna say right off the bat, R. Kelly has a problem. Like he just does, right? He has a problem, and I know he was molested. I know all of that. Um, I didn't know before watching this, but now that I know him and his brother by an older sister, and he said an older man, so it's just like learned behavior, but it's still you need to acknowledge you have a problem. Like, there's no reason why a 30 something or 20 something year old man needs to be hanging out at a high school, hanging out with kids and girls that are like 12 and 13, being befriending them. And Aaliyah, I am from Detroit as well. I like Aaliyah music. So sad she died. Aaliyah's family came out saying that they were with her all these times and they don't understand why she was even brought up in the documentary. She's not here to defend herself. And I agree. But they should stay silent because them coming on here trying to say that they were with her 24/7 when she was with R. Kelly and working with R. Kelly is a complete lie. Because how in the world were you with her 24/7 on tour dates and doing interviews and in the studio if she married R. Kelly? Hmm? I literally do think that they pimped her out. They knew he was a pedophile, but it was helping her career. And they knew they were intimate. Like, it's no way that they didn't know. Like, that for me is just kind of like, y'all knew. Y'all definitely knew because and she got pregnant by him and ended up having an abortion, but he married her at 15. And everybody else from the parents who knew, from his assistant and manager, all the people who would go out and get him young girls, they need to be charged as well. They really do. R. Kelly's wife, I feel for her and everything, but I feel like she is continuing to make, I don't even know how to say this. She's continuing to be somewhat of a hypocrite and a victim. She's a victim, but she's also somebody who knew R. Kelly was cheating. She knew he was this, that, and the third, but she stayed because he was R. Kelly and he was giving her money and whatnot. When she said that she didn't know she was getting married and he had everything picked out and all she did was just say I do, that right there would have been a sign. I'm like, I'm not with this. I didn't get to pick out anything. I didn't know the date. This is too controlling. Like, I wouldn't not have married him. But she went on and did it because she knew she'd get some perks out of it. You know, even when she was on Hollywood Exes, which I had no idea R. Kelly even had a wife till I saw Hollywood Exes. She made it a point that it was a big deal that she used to be married to R. Kelly when dating new guys and talking about it. It's like, girl, stop making it a big deal. You're not with him now. I know he don't go around claiming you, so why are you claiming him? Like, it's no big deal that you used to be married to R. Kelly. You don't have to make it a big moment and a big announcement. Like, you don't. Once you're done with him, you're done with him. I mean, I don't. This sex cult, I really do believe exists. I believe that the women are not being totally held there captive, but they want to be there, and he sexually abuses them, and he definitely sees them as being property. I definitely feel like that, and I feel like a lot of what they saying were true. I feel like maybe that girl Javante did walk in and see him being intimate with Aaliyah. I definitely feel like that. The girl Sparkle, who was the singer who introduced her niece to R. Kelly, and her niece was actually the one in the sex tape, the one that got leaked a while back, and the one that he peed on her and stuff. I never saw the sex tape, and I'm so happy. And she was 14 at the time. Her family went on the stand and lied, and that's why he got acquitted. It's like, I was her, I would sue my parents because it's so heartbreaking. Do you know that if she had went on the stand and said that's me, he would be in jail right now. He wouldn't be able to do this to other people. Like, it's just so sad. For him to be a musical genius and to just do something like this. he is a musical genius, and I like his music. A lot of people saying mute R. Kelly, stop, you know, listening to R. Kelly, and I'm like, okay, but what is that gonna do? Like, where do they go from here? I know he's under investigation. Are they going to finally arrest him and do something so he can never get out? More needs to be done besides talking about it and muting him. Like, if muting him is going to help get him arrested and put away for the rest of his life, then yeah, I'll mute him. But if it's not, what is muting him going to do? Like, I need to know what's going to happen after this docu-series. You know, I just feel like it's just so sad. And the woman who went all the way to LA to find her daughter, and when she finally found her daughter, was just like whispering, like, Nika, you gotta come with me. I was just like, why in the world didn't you just grab your daughter then? I was hoping and praying she got her daughter in the end, because it was like, how come you didn't grab her then? You leave the hotel crying and stuff, and then you go back to get her, and now she claims she doesn't want to go, and then she goes back and then comes back. It's just like, I would have grabbed her and then told her, you get everything you got to get now, because I'm not leaving until you come with me. Like, for me, I don't know. I just wasn't here for that. But in the end, she did get her daughter. Her daughter definitely is with her. And you know how a lot of other women are still in R. Kelly's clutches, as they say. And I'm not going to say they're held captive, because I think that's the wrong word, but they're there and they don't want to leave. And he's just like, stay. A lot of people say R. Kelly doesn't have the money that he used to, and that Aaliyah's cousin or uncle was his manager at the time, um, gets all the rights to his music, and that the people who lied about the sex tape, they are still working with R. Kelly. They're still guitar and credited on a lot of his music, and it's just like, how can you do something like knowing that he sexually abused your child? Like, and Sparkle was just like, that right there divided my family. I haven't seen them since, and it just divided my family. I just couldn't believe they went on the stand and lied like they did, and it's just like, no amount of money can change that. She said they wanted me to sit down, and they offered me some money to sit down and act like everything was okay, and she was like, I didn't do it because I can't be bought. And I was just like, good for you. I commend her for taking her stand. I just wish other people would do it, and I wish R. Kelly would get help. I didn't know he couldn't read and write when he was growing up. He was teasing all of that, so that was interesting. And yeah, for Aaliyah and him to be together when she was like 12, 13, her family knew. Like, her family knew. Like, there's no way a 27 year old needs to be hanging out with no 13, 14-year-old girl. It's just not kosher. It's not something that needs to happen. So I was just not here for that. It was just interesting, sad. I mean, all the people who have been sexually abused and assaulted, I just feel for you. The maker or the founder of Me Too was there, and she was just like, predators, they feel like they're above everything. They feel like they're above the law. They feel like they're invincible and they can do whatever because they're, gotten on this pedestal that they feel like they could just do whatever and they're never going to have to pay for it. And it's just like, it's just so sad that R. Kelly had all this going for him and he was so freaking sick. Like, if you're that sick, if I ever had any of those urges from being molested, I would literally cut off my hand, my genitals, whatever I have to do. Pray. Don't let the devil get on your shoulder and turn you into this monster that he is. Don't do that. Then he had one of the girls who was trying to act a little hard, cut her hair off, and look like a boy. That was the girl who mother went to the LA